Hey guys, thought I'd give you another video of another build I've just done using this NZXT. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but yeah, the Phantom 240. This case was, I think, about 109. It's a, well, it said that it was a medium-sized case, but it's pretty big anyway. So quick little couple of specifications on there. You've got the different amounts of bays, whatnot else, heaps of room for fans. As such, you can have like two 140s on the top or two 120s. A couple other bits and pieces here. As you can see, you can actually have a whole hard drive caddy that can be taken out, so on and so forth. So, I mean, if you can have a look along here, this plastic here and this plastic here makes it bulge right out. The skeleton form of it is just like a normal mid-sized case, a little tiny bit bigger than, say, the Corsair Carbide that I actually did earlier. So, here we go, on here. This is it now. This is completely done. And what I've actually done on this as well is that this is liquid cooled and it's going Crossfire as well. The case itself was a little bit difficult, but over the top of the last one I actually did, the metal on this is good. This is premium metal on this. It's not as flimsy as the last case I did, like on the Aerocool. Again, that Aerocool was a good case, but the metal on it was quite flimsy. You could move it around and whatnot else. You know, it was very thin. This is, you know, this is premium metal. This stuff. It's very good. I am pretty happy with the whole thing, except for, I mean, as you can see, the box itself is absolutely massive, eh? And when I got it, I was trying to get it delivered, and they were taking their sweet time with delivering it. And I just said to him, look, I'll just come and pick it up. And when I picked it up, I was like, wow, yeah, absolutely massive. I thought, geez, I've actually purchased a full-size tower. Anyway, so a couple of the features we've got here, as you can see, like just backing up from it, it looks really cool. I mean, you could say that it's the preferred PC of the Stormtroopers, if you will. You've got three 5.25 inch bays there for using you know, whatever your Blu-ray, and you can actually put in speed controls, I guess, or whatever. Everything is very easy to actually use on this, which I found it all goes in very well. There's all mounts, heaps and heaps of mounts for everything. As you can see here, there's the slots out, pops out, very good. Down here you've got a 120mm. There's another one in there for another 120, which is straight out. You can have a look up here. That's a 140 there. There's another 120 over here, but you can have whatever. The problem I have in a sec, the only thing is this, is that that's completely flat, that side. There's no bulge or anything for extra cables that can be gone through, which was very difficult, I found. Nearly all the cases that I've been building lately have all had that extra void, or that bulge on the side, which makes it very easy to be able to bunch in cables. Even though I'm using a full modular power supply and I'm not using all of them, I still needed that room, and it looked like there would be enough because there's that amount of space behind it, but there still wasn't enough. And I mean, as you can see, there aren't any real bulges. I mean, there's a tiny bit, but not really much at all. It was very good. So the window is massive as well, as you can actually see. It's a big window, and you know, you're exposing quite a few different things that I didn't expect. Even though I've tried to make, oh sorry, the plastic, you know, whoever grabs this can take it off. Anyway, so I'll get this. A bit better. Okay, so as you can see, these couple of, I just thought I'd bring these out. This is the fan that actually comes with it. It's a half decent fan. It's very quiet. No lights or anything on them. They're all white. Again, no LEDs. and these are like the quick release for your hard drives. This takes perfectly the 2.5 just there, and then obviously your 3.5s, and they click right in very easily, as you can see here. This actually had a mount at the bottom, and one thing that I wasn't happy with, if you can actually see on here, I've used like a small spacer just to rise it up just a little bit, so it's not just completely flat, or not completely flat, as you know, maybe about 5 mil up or whatever, just to bring it a little bit of, you know, airflow through there. What else? As you can see, this caddy here, so there's 3 here and then 3 there, so that gives you a whole total of 6. Just taking that out because I thought, you know, I would need that for the graphics cards, but they're not as long as what I thought. Again, everything goes in there very easily. There's your 140 up here. Here's my liquid cooling. I'm not doing a push-pull, I'm just doing a push. And that just goes in. Now, the problem with that, as you can see, that's sort of touch overlapping just there. But I tried it down here, it wouldn't actually fit, and then I thought about there, but aesthetically, I just wanted it not to be so much all over the top of the motherboard. So I went with this configuration. It works fine. It's all good. So it looks... personally, I don't think I would get this case again, even though if I was going to do a bit more of a bigger build on it, then maybe yes. I'm just a little bit annoyed with that bulge at the back. It doesn't give you enough room. When I'm pressing down on the back to be able to get it in, it was a little bit difficult as such. Even though I've tried to hide the cables as much as I can, it's just that it wouldn't be a problem if, say, the window was only coming to there and you were only seeing the motherboard and your graphics card, which wouldn't be a problem. But I mean, you're seeing all of this part here, all of that. It's just a very large window, and because it's white too, it's, you know, it shows up everything. Anyway, apart from that, it's a really good case. It looks awesome. This is probably the first white one I've ever done, and but it's just that side of things that I wasn't prepared for, that because it is white, it does show up everything. Being the black cases, you can't really see because all these cables are black, and it sort of blends in with it as such. As I said, that's probably my only gripe. My only problem is that side without that bulge. Apart from that, it's fine. The graphics cards fit in there really, really well. Crossfiring, no problem. Obviously, I think that you'd be hard pressed. Maybe you could go like you might be able to go like a 3 config, or I doubt it, you could go a 4 config Crossfire or whatever in this, but yeah, it's enough room to do, say, like a full board maybe. But apart from that, all good. So give me a second, power it up for you, you can have a look. Okay, we're back. So we'll power this up. Make sure she's on. And as you can see here, the good thing about this as well is this has got 2 USB 3.0s, you got your jack and everything there. It's quite all very streamlined and whatnot else. And yeah, lights don't always turn up very well on this, but I don't know if you can sort of see what I'm saying. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't really come up that fantastic in this with this phone. But yeah, there's your both your fans going. As I said, that's a 140, 120. You can have dual 120s going on. I think the good thing about this as well is that I didn't mention this earlier. I don't know if you can sort of see up there. It's not very good with these lights, but there's a gap there, which obviously is good enough so the radiators can go on the inside of here. But then that doesn't really give you much room to actually have, if the radiator was on top, then the fans would have to be underneath pulling down. It can work, it can definitely work. As you can possibly just see in there, could you see how I had to use a nut and bolt to be able to get in there, because I couldn't get the screw in there to be able to do up the fan itself, and plus it was just very difficult. Anyway, yeah, so some little things had to be done to make it work, which I'm usually always good at doing that sort of thing, but there you go, that's all going and whatnot else. Don't pick on me for this. This is something that was requested. I wasn't a fan of putting it in, but it's in there. All good. So there you go. So that is the NZXT Phantom 240. Lots of room, looks awesome. Good case, nice and sturdy. Thank you.